Yo, what's up, guys, and welcome back to our Canucks GM mode. So, in last episode, we took on the Dallas Stars in the Western Conference Finals. We won the series in 7 games, and we are on to our first ever Stanley Cup Finals against the Tampa Bay Lightning. Here's a look at what we did against the Dallas Stars. So, game number 1 was a nice 4-2 victory, followed by a nice 5-2 victory. But then we lost both games in Dallas 5-2, 2-1 only, and then we won a huge game in overtime to take a 3-2 series lead. We had the chance to win the series in Dallas, but we failed by missing out on 1 goal only, 3-2 loss. But then game 7, Thatcher Demko stood on his head, and we got goals from Albeling and Horvat and won the game 2-0 and won our first ever conference finals in this franchise mode. We're now up against the Tampa Bay Lightning, who went 40, 35, and 7 during the regular season, so they were worse than us, and we have home ice in the Stanley Cup Finals, which is huge. We've been a good home team, so if we could take a 2-0 series lead after the first 2 games, maybe that'll happen. So let's just take a look at how Tampa Bay got to the Stanley Cup Finals. So Tampa Bay went through the Toronto Maple Leafs in 5 games, then they defeated the New York Islanders in 7 games, and then they defeated the Pittsburgh Penguins in 6 games. So that's how they got to the finals. Also, how we got to the finals, I might as well show you guys, even though you guys should know. We defeated the Arizona Coyotes, who won back-to-back Stanley Cups in 6 games, defeated the Calgary Flames in 5 games, and then we beat the Dallas Stars in 7 games. So actually, before we get into the simulation of the Stanley Cup Finals, let's just take a look at what Tampa Bay was like during the regular season. Player stats and team stats, just because I'm not 100% sure what they did. So entire league, so Tampa Bay was worse than us apparently in the season. Yeah, they were all the way down here. Let's see what their best stats were and stuff like that. So goals for per game, there were 2.85 goals per game, which was good for like 15th, which is not horrible. They allow a lot of goals, it looks like, as well. 3.01 goals against per game. They're exactly almost like Dallas was in last round, so we might be able to beat them. They score a lot, but our defense isn't that good. Their power play was really good, though. It's better even than Dallas's at 21.6%, which was number 6 in the entire league. Their penalty kill, how good was their penalty kill? Not good at all either. So yeah, they're pretty similar to Dallas, though, so we should be able to win this series. They're a bad home team as well, 16, 20, and 5. They're better on the road. So if we could win both of our home games, maybe we could take both their games in their home building as well and sweep the series. But I'm not going to get ahead of myself. Let's just take a look at what their player stats were like for the regular season and then what the playoffs look like for them as well. So Stamkos, 89 points, so obviously he's the goal scorer on the team. 81 points for Kucherov. He seems to score a lot and assist on a lot too. Platt seems to be more of a playmaker, 75 points. Drouin, 59 points. Vilardi, 54. Okay, so this team all around seems to assimilate decently. How does their goaltending do? That's the main problem. Montebo, 28, 25, and 4, 2.83. And Arusso, 2.82, 12 and 12, 9, 10, and 907. So yeah, their goaltending's not that good. Montebo still puts up shutouts, but he's not that good of a goaltender. So that was from the regular season. Now let's take a look at what their playoff numbers look like. And then we'll get started with the simulation and see if we can get on to get our first ever Stanley Cup. So Stamkos has a point per game in the playoffs, 18 points. Kucherov, 16 points. And Drouin, 15 points. So maybe the power play has been very good in the playoffs. Vilardi's also got 13 points. Platt, 12 points. Hedman, 11 points. Earn 10 points. And so on like that. How has Montebo been in the playoffs? Seems like he's been pretty good yet. 12 and 4, 2.19, and a 931. Russo's also played actually a bit in the playoffs, 2.53, 885, but he's not played a full game yet. So 12 and 4. How does this compare to Demko? 12 and 4, 219. So Demko is a bit worse, but he's got a better record. Okay. And then what about goals against? 931 and a 928. So they're pretty similar overall wise, but Demko's got the better record. So hopefully that continues. into the Stanley Cup Finals. So, game number 1 on home ice, the first Stanley Cup Finals game in Vancouver since Vancouver played the Boston Bruins, which would have been 2012, I think, or 2011. I think it's 2011. First period, and we get the game's first goal. Sam Bitten with a goal from the blue line, or just past the blue line, opening the scoring in the Stanley Cup Finals. Second period, and we still have a 1-0 lead. So Demko seems like he's playing good still in this series as well, and shutting the door on Stamkos and Kucherov, Palat, all those big guns, Victor Hedman, and see if he can continue that in the third period. Shots are still around even as well. Penalty kill, this is a huge penalty kill, and we managed to kill it off even though they have a good power play unit. 5 minutes left, 4 minutes left, and Kevin Fiala with the biggest goal he's probably scored with us. And your Vancouver Canucks are going to shut out Tampa Bay in game number 1 in the Stanley Cup Finals, 2-0. So that's back-to-back shutouts actually now for Thatcher Demko. He shut out the Dallas Stars in game number 1, or game number 7, my bad. So 30 saves for Demko, Bitten with a goal, and Montembeault gets third star. So our offense managed to pick up only 2 goals, but our defense was just very good in that game, and our goaltending was great. So can that continue into game number 2, and can we take a 2-0 series lead? That would be huge, especially in the Stanley Cup Final. First period, and their offense finally comes through. Victor Hedman and Norbert Backer, I think his name was, make it 2-0, but then Chris Wyman answers back for us. 2-1 after 1. Second period, and we tie the game up. Henrik Samuelsson with a big goal with only 2:58 left. And we have a tie game going into the third. Can we take the lead now? We came back with 2 unanswered goals. Shots are in their favor, and Steven Stamkos comes through to make it 3-2 for Tampa Bay. That's a huge goal for him. Penalty kill. Come on, guys. Kill it off. And we do. 5 minutes left. We need 1 goal to tie the game up. Come on, guys. And we're not going to do it as Jonathan Drouin gets an empty netter, and the Tampa Bay Lightning have tied the series up in the Stanley Cup Finals with a 4-2 victory. So our offense hasn't been that good so far in the series, but we've been good defensively. So there's the 3 stars for the Tampa Bay Lightning. I'm not going to change anything still with our lines because we managed to get 1 win out of those 2. If we lose maybe this game, maybe I'll change it up stuff, but game 3, now we're in Tampa Bay. We want to win games in Tampa. First period, and our offense comes through. Henrik Samuelsson with his second goal of the Stanley Cup Finals, and it is a 1-0 lead for us. Shots are 14-10 in favor of Tampa Bay. Second period, and it's an offensive explosion for us, though. Nazarov makes it 2-0, and Nolan Patrick answers with another one, making it 3-0, but then Brett Howden makes it 3-1. Going into the third period, can we lock it down, guys? Tampa Bay was a very bad home team during the regular season, so that's good news for us, considering we have home ice in this series. We had a good long 5-on-3 power play, but we don't score. 5 minutes left. 4-3, 2, and we're gonna take a we're gonna take a 2-1 series lead going into game 4. As there was a bit of a scare there late with Dennis Yan scoring with 8 seconds left, but we win 3-2 and take a 2-1 series lead. We outshot them heavily, but only scored 3 goals, but still, at least we got the victory. Thatcher Demko actually picked up assist on that Samuelsson goal back in the first period, so Demko's even doing some offense to help us try and get to that Stanley Cup. So, game number 4, I'm not going to waste any time with this. And we have some player morale. Let's see what people have to say. So, Kevin Fiala, what do you have to say, buddy? You like your performance? Yeah, I like your performance as well. You like calming, I believe, right? Yep. Okay. I just want everybody happy on the team. That way we could win a Stanley Cup because morale is key. So, game number 4. Can we take a 3-1 series lead and have a chance to win the Stanley Cup on home ice? That would be huge. First period, and it's a scoreless for periods. So, I'll take that. Shots 14-9 in favor of us. Second period, and it's still scoreless. So, both goalies standing on their heads, especially Samuel Montembeault, 26-13 the shots for us. And it's still a tie game at 0. 5-on-3 power play to start the third, and we don't get anything. There's one though. Kevin Fiala with a huge goal in the third period, and we have a 1-0 lead. Tampa Bay having a chance to tie it up, and they don't score. Third period winding down, only a 1-0 lead. Last minute of the game, and there's another goal from Fiala late. And we're going to take a 2-0, where we're going to win the game 2-0 and have a chance to win the Stanley Cup on home ice. We won the Stanley Cup with the Islanders on home ice. I'm hoping we could do it with the Canucks. That'd be awesome. Shots were 37-18 at the end of that game. Kevin Fiala with both goals, and that's Demko's third shutout in the last 8 games or so, I think. So Fiala from Wyman and Albaline, and Fiala from Albaline and Stetcher. So Albaline with another 2-assist game as well. So there's the 3 stars. Demko only had to make 18 saves in that victory, as we didn't allow them to get much shots. So as you can see, look at this: 1 shutout, 2 shutouts in 5 games, 3 shutouts in it's like 3 shutouts in 7 games for Thatcher Demko. So I think he's gonna win the Conn Smythe if we win the series, which we have 3 cracks to win the Stanley Cup. As you can see now, 3-1 series lead. We have a chance to win the cup on home ice. So will we win the cup on home ice? If we don't win it, I don't care if we win it on home ice. Home ice would be nice, but I just want to win the cup. So game number 5, we have a chance to win the cup. It's going to be a slow simulation the entire game. We have a chance to win the first cup in Canada since I think that there hasn't been a team that's won the cup from Canada in this simulation. And Troy Stetcher ties the game up at 1 here in the first, but Taylor Radish has had a good first period for Tampa Bay, and it's 2-1. Kucherov makes it 3-1. Not a good period for Demko. Hopefully that doesn't hurt his Conn Smythe chances. Second period underway. Come on, guys. We can come back from a 3-1 deficit. I know we can. We have the offensive capability to. 10 minutes left, and Yul Levy scores. 3-2 game now. Shots are not that much. 19-16. Time winding down in the second, and nobody else is going to score. So it's a 3-2 game for Tampa Bay. Headed into the third, we're 1 goal away from tying the game up, and 2 goals away from maybe winning a Stanley Cup. And wow, Zacho with an early goal. Okay, I'm going to go into the real-time simulation, 4-time simulation. I know this is going to go a lot slower, but we're basically 1 goal away from winning the Stanley Cup. Huge goal from Pavel Zacho, great trade acquisition, and Sam Bitten giving us the lead 4-3. Huge goal from the youngster, his biggest goal probably of his career. Will he win the Stanley Cup for us? That's the main thing here. Time winding down. I'm going to go into the game so we can watch it if we win the Stanley Cup, or have a chance to win the Stanley Cup. Last 5 minutes of the game. Once it gets to around now, yeah, I'm going to get into the game now. I'm going to let you guys watch. Hopefully Tampa Bay doesn't score. Actually, you know what? I'll commentate while watching it, but once it goes to the celebration and stuff like that, I'll stop talking. So let's see if we can win the Stanley Cup on home ice. It would be huge if we could do this, guys. So let's go into the game. And I'm going to also have to make it so it's just a CPU versus CPU game, because it's not going to be to start off with. Because I don't want to actually play it. I want the computers to simulate, even though it seems like when you go into simulation, it's a little more risky. Or in this type of part, it's a little more risky. So settings, select sides. Go to the middle. Yes. I don't know why it switches the sides. I should say switch it so you guys can see the face swap way. That's not there. Where is it? Oh, it's probably in visual settings. Yeah, it's in audio and visual. There you go. Prefer up. Home up, there you go. Hey, didn't I select not to be on? Yeah, I did. Okay, good. So I shouldn't be playing, right? There you go. Okay. So 4-3 game here with 1:47 left. We have a chance to win this Stanley Cup. Will we do it here? Nice play. Oh, Palat's playing with it in the corner. Come on, guys. Play hard on the body. Just don't take any penalties. Kucherov with it. Get him off the puck, guys. He's dangerous. Stetcher, nice hit. Nice hit. Horvat. Pavel Zacha, he's got a goal in this third period. Carries it in. Stetcher, Zacha. Back to Stetcher. Tip it. Oh, that was a very close shot. Tip it comes very close to ending the game. Get it off Stamkos. He's dangerous. 96 overall. We don't want that getting towards us. Horvat, Zacha. Last minute of the game. Horvat, the captain, making some moves. Dingling it in. Okay, I'm going to let you guys watch the rest of it now. So I'll see you guys back up here at the end. So.
Looks ahead to start something. The Canucks up the wing, lug the puck. In front, he scores! And that's 4 straight goals.
The goaltender looked pretty surprised here, Edzo. Good delivery of the puck, beats him on the low stick side.
Vancouver's got another face-off win. Moving it now along the side. Can make a play from the corner. That's a marvelous save.
Not a lot of room to score from in that area. Great save.
37. Time of the goal. 19 minutes, 22 seconds.
They won that face-off. Can they clear it? Nicely into the zone. Good work. Stepped on by. Oh, he had a great chance to shoot there, and he did, but it was answered by the glove. One last risky attempt to get back in this game. You pull the goalie, put an extra man out, and you should win the face-off, or you're in trouble. They battle on up the wing. Net open. What a dream realized for so many of these athletes and all their fans. Your name goes on it, the Stanley Cup. These guys started back in the fall. Their dream was to be at this very moment, and the dream is realized. It is a most noble part of a collision sport, an exhausting series of games. Handshakes replace all the adrenaline from the last hours. The man chosen playoff MVP gets the Conn Smythe Trophy. Boy, is this ever well deserved. It's often said it's the hardest prize to win because it takes 8 weeks. And by tradition, the captain is the first to hold it high.
Yes, boys, we won our first ever Stanley Cup. Bo Horvat got a goal late in that game as well. 3 stars of the game, Stetcher, Zacha, Horvat, all with 2 points. But damn, Albling winning the Conn Smythe. I was surprised with that because Thatcher Demko had a good playoffs. But apparently, Albling picked up 25 points in that playoffs to get us those 20... What is it? 20... Wait, 4, 8, 12, those 16 wins, and win our first ever Stanley Cup, and the Vancouver Canucks' first ever Stanley Cup as well in their franchise. So it's a very good season that we've had in 2024. So, wait, are the awards up there yet? Probably not. No, not yet. So we'll get to the awards, and then that'll be it pretty much for this episode. I'll show you guys the what the roster did in the playoffs as well, like the player stats, and then next episode we're back to the off season. Hopefully we can maybe win another Stanley Cup in the next couple years, or we can win another one next season. But as you can see, the Stanley Cup champion Vancouver Canucks and the Calder Cup going to the Providence Bruins. So now that we have the awards listed, let's take a look at who won what. So very happy with how Abilene played in the playoffs to win us at Stanley Cup in 5 games too in that Stanley Cup final. So our first ever Stanley Cup. That's awesome. President's Trophy went to the Colorado Avalanche. The Clarence S. Campbell went to us, obviously, and Tampa Bay gets that. The player awards. Art Ross goes to Tyler Seguin. We eliminated him. He gets 2 awards. Ryan Merkley getting the Norris Trophy. Lady Bean going also to Ryan Merkley. Calder Memorial went to Waugh, whoever that is. Abilene getting that Conn Smythe. See, that's very surprising. Mostly it's a goaltender, but Abilene was a very good player in that playoff run for us. Antti Ranta getting the Vezina and the Jennings. The Masterton going to Triamkin, our former player. Bo Horvat getting another Selke Trophy, his 4th in 5 years. Sagan getting the Lindsay, and Jack Eichel getting the Maurice Richard. Any AHL, any of our players getting awards? Probably not, right? No. Nope. Okay. So let's take a look at the player stats from the playoff run in our first ever Stanley Cup. And I'll show you guys, the roster, I guess, and stuff like that too. So, well, the roster is going to be on this. So, let's start off with our centers. So, Mikhail Abilene, 25 points in 23 games, 9 goals, 16 assists, plus 10. All around a very good player, and 4 game-winning goals in that playoffs. Definitely deserved it. He was also a pretty good face-off man. His shooting percentage was good too. Then Nolan Patrick, 14 points in 23 games, 4 goals, 10 assists. Sam Bitten with a goal in that Stanley Cup, with the actual eventual Stanley Cup winning goal too. 13 points in 23 games. Bo Horvat, who had the insurance marker to win the Stanley Cup for us, our captain, with 12 points in 23 games. Lucas Vegdomo even had 8 points in 23 games. Left wingers Kevin Fiala with 17 points in 23 games. He had 2 goals in that 2-0 shutout win in game number 4, I think it was. Kirby Reichel, 12 points in 23 games. Very good free agent signing. Pavel Zacha, 9 points in 23 games. He also might be gone after the season unless we want to pick him up again. Let me know what you guys think we should do during the off season. Right wingers Chris Wyman, 11 points in 23 games. He had also a goal, I believe, in that Stanley Cup final. Owen Tippett had a couple great games against, I think it was Dallas, or maybe it wasn't. Yeah, I think it was against Dallas, or it might have been against Tampa. 9 points in 23 games. Henrik Samuelsson, 9 points in 23 games. A great trade acquisition. Sorry we couldn't win the cup with Jake Virtanen, but whatever. Nick Mutry, 8 points in 23 games. He also was a great free agent signing. We only were paying him just over $2 million for one season, and he put up a good season and good playoffs. Defensively, Troy Stetcher, 16 points, leading the way. Timothy Liljegren, 10 points. Uolivi, 10 points. Yossi, 8 points. Yossi's probably not going to be coming back next year, guys, so you guys know that. Shea Theodore, 8 points. And Nazarov, who's only 22, won his first Stanley Cup, so he's still got a lot of time left to win another. 3 points in 23 games only. And then goaltending, Thatcher Demko, 23 games played, 2.14 goals against average, 15-4, and a .931 save percentage, but he doesn't get the Conn Smythe just based on how Abilene was in the playoffs. So, anyways, that's our Stanley Cup winning roster and points for the season. And yeah, that's going to do it for this episode of our Canucks Gym, I think. Well, actually, let's sum up to the draft first, and then we'll end it, because I want to just see who retired, if anybody retired with the Stanley Cup win. So San Jose's got the first overall pick this year. Let's see, did we lose anybody to retirement? Hopefully not. No, we don't lose any forwards. Did we lose any goalies? Probably not. Nope. Who did retire, though, in the league? So I want to check Tampa Bay first, because Tampa Bay just lost the Stanley Cup final against us. So they lost Michael Raffle. Okay, that's kind of interesting. And that's it. Okay, so let's go back to the entire league to see who retired. Any of our former players. So Ovechkin, Malkin, Kopitar, Okposo, Brassard retired. Couldn't get to that Stanley Cup Finals in that last year for him. Hornquist, Van Riemsdyk, Perron, okay, etc. Any of our former players that I remember. Nobody that I could see by just scrolling through this fast. No, okay, so anyways, guys, that's going to do it, like I said, for our Canucks GM mode episode. So in next episode, we'll have the off season and a draft and stuff like that. So let me know what you guys think we should do to maybe try and get another Stanley Cup done next season. So thank you guys for watching. See you guys next time.